He appointed many globalists, including Johnson & Johnson execs, Monsanto execs, again, Citibank execs. Why do all these presidents appoint Monsanto people and Big Pharma people? Because behind the scenes, they're mostly the same. You know, he went to the World Economic Forum, which was very strange for a president. And his daughter, Ivanka, was a young global leader. He sent people to Bilderberg for 2 different years. That's pretty interesting if you ask me, and it didn't get much attention. He gave the NSA even more domestic spying powers. He renewed the Patriot Act, which is very unpatriotic, and we now know that Joe Biden actually penned the Patriot Act in 1995 before 9/11 even happened. He did nothing to reinstate the provisions in the Smith-Mundt Act, which Obama changed, that allowed for our government to give us domestic propaganda. And, you know, that's a big deal if you think about it. He still funded Planned Parenthood with his huge stimulus package. He approved the Monsanto-Bayer merger. He's seen a record number of lobbyists at the White House. Of course, there was Operation Warp Speed. Even gave Fauci an award. After all the stuff we heard, he gave Fauci an award for his work. He did take money away from the WHO, but gave it to Gavi, which is just like the WHO, basically a Gates-connected organization. He tried to get Apple to drop encryption. Under COVID, he said he supported the government taking a stake in some private companies. He talked about the government needed to speed up AI under COVID. I mean, his administration supported and attempted a coup in Venezuela and put a guy from the National Endowment for Democracy, Council on Foreign Relations, and a former Iran-Contra guy, Elliot Abrams, to do that, and it didn't work out. But come on, he appointed another CFR guy. And, you know, he called out Qatar for being terrorists, and almost, I think it was like 2 days later, he sold them F-15s. You know, and recently, in February, he campaigned with a guy named Scott Bessent. Now, who is Scott Bessent? He has been a Soros agent since 1991. And Bessent has given money to Trump. He's given money to Cruz and Rubio and McConnell and former Speaker John Boehner. So you see these connections, and you're like, how in the hell can conservatives continue to support him? But the thing is, the left-leaning media has kept our attention diverted and made him look like the eternal victim. So he's got the eternal victim status, just like Israel. So he can get away with whatever. And so he's done some good things, but man, when you start to actually add up all this stuff, if this had been a Democrat, we would have been livid. And there's other things as well. But I think it's important to note that the more the liberal press comes out against him, the more conservatives like him. But we should never, ever let our enemies choose for us our heroes. So that's all I got to say about that. This may make you mad, but hey, it's the truth. Look it up yourselves. Cheers and blessings, and remember, their order is not our order. See ya.